I ran a poll recently on my stories asking people to share if they felt under pressure to look like they live a certain life on social media. 81% of that, the people that saw it voted that yes, they do. And in my community on Instagram, there are kind of 16-year-olds as much as there are people well into their 60s and 70s, if you believe it. So doesn't that just go to show that we're all in this together? I often get asked about what my favourite things are, and so I thought I'd buy a t-shirt to help me communicate that more easily. Hiya, it's Lucy Sheridan, the comparison coach. I'm so glad you're here. Are you a subscriber? If not, why not? Come on, hit me up on the subscribe button so that you're getting my new videos every Sunday and every Wednesday. Okay. Today is going to be a potentially a little bit of a sensitive topic because I'm going to be, sharing some of my experiences and sharing some of my observations as well. So you might have seen on my Instagram stories that I was sharing an article I saw originally from the New York Post, but was also the Business Insider. And it was a case study of a woman who was only in her mid-20s or so, but she was talking and sharing about how she felt so much pressure to live an Instagrammable life. And some of the quotes in that article highlighted how, a lot of her travel, a lot of the journeys and trips she was taking were just so that she could Instagram about it. She was taking credit cards out so that she could go and have that lovely brunch and have her little Gucci bag nicely perched next to her croissant. And yet it was the credit card coming out and eyes watering as she was paying for things because she was massively living outside her means. Now, I am not the money police. You spend and, handle your finances in exactly the way that you feel called to. You're a grown up, you've got to do what you've got to do. What I would say though is whatever purchase you're making, whether it's a maybe overpriced green juice or it's kind of a more kind of luxury end where you're getting on planes and that kind of thing, just be really conscious about how much of it is for show, how much of it is to present yourself in a certain way. And if this is kind of maybe, unearthing some kind of like nervous feelings amongst you, as in like, oh goodness, I think that's me. I think I know I've been motivated by what I want to post online. I think I've definitely been influenced by some of the things I've purchased because of what it might say about me on social media. There's no judgment. I've done it too, to be honest. And also, I ran a poll recently on my stories asking people to share if they felt under pressure to look like they live a certain life on social media. 81% of that, the people that saw it voted that yes, they do. And in my community on Instagram, there are kind of 16-year-olds as much as there are people well into their 60s and 70s, if you believe it. So doesn't that just go to show that we're all in this together? And because of this, doesn't it go to show that we can each stay aware, stay awake, and not let that influence creep into behaviour that gets out of hand, a bit like that girl's spending did on that article. I'll share a link to it so you can see it for yourself. And I have no judgment, again, like I say, about how you spend your money. You do what you've got to do. But be really mindful about when that's creeping into creating a facade, when that's creeping into you almost like wearing a mask, but not just a mask on your face, a mask on your life, because that can be really difficult to maintain in lots of different ways, but it's ultimately inauthentic. And being authentic is really easy, so why make things difficult for yourself? I hope this video has resonated. If you felt pressure to come over a certain way on social media, please know you're not alone. Please be aware that you can take your power back and that ultimately you're in control of your own choices and your own destiny. I hope this has been a rallying cry for you so that you can go off and skip off into your social media and your real life with that awareness so that you don't go making decisions that are just for the benefit of the likes and shares and comments of other people, because that's like fast food. It'll never really fill you up. Thanks so much for joining me today. I will, of course, see you next time. Cheers.